going live, but I'm feeling dead. This is the Aaron Zero show, and we're coming to you after a heavy downpour of Delhi rain, which makes me feel like I'm in Spain. Yes, I need my rain, and as much as I need my beer. I'm revealing too much. This is the Today Noise from the Aaron Zero show. And what do we have in the Today Noise today that you haven't heard yesterday? Well, let's see if we can fill you in. So, the Cockroach Janata Party had to have another meeting with the government again, or at least a meeting with the media, where they said that the police in the various states are still arresting people, and they called upon the government not to have the arrests of these students and protesters. Otherwise, they're going to be out on the streets again. So that was one of the media information that Saurav Das was one of the spokesmen of the CJP, Cockroach Janata Party, gave to the media. And hopefully the government will work on it because you don't want any more protests out on the street or traffic being blocked and it being made very difficult for me to make my morning walk to Jantar Mantar. No such thing, friends. I'm just joking. Anyway, that is where we have the latest scoop. And the very fact that a student movement created a change, a political change, a political earthquake, if you might, is unprecedented, and the after effects are being felt. And of course, everybody else who has an axe to grind is trying to join the party now. And you have the E20 people, taxi cab drivers, etc., who don't want the E20 fuel and they want to protest and have only petrol, etc. And there are other people, and then the leader of the opposition would probably want to grill the government over the farmers' protests and farmers' wants and demands. But those are other things anyway down the line. The main thing is the cat has been let out of the bag, and the Modi government has, in a way, left itself exposed to the powers that be, that is, the power of the people. And so we will, going forward, we're going to see what the days forward bring. Rahul Gandhi has already filed a motion in the Lok Sabha accusing the Home Minister of ordering the police to fire the pellet guns, etc., on the protesters and things like that. And the Home Minister had a furious exchange with Mr. Gandhi in the Lok Sabha, saying that they were the people, that is the Congress Party, who was responsible for the Sikh riots when they were in power. That is, we're talking about the 1980s. Sikh riots happened after the assassination of Indira Gandhi, and then people went wild and did some things. Anyway, long story short, that was yesterday, this is today. A Supreme Court has said that there will be no bail for people who do digital scams, digital arrests of mainly senior people and then rob them of their life savings, etc. So that is one good point, because the seniors need to be covered by super clever people who are there on the net, etc., who might try to fool you with various high brain schemes or crooked schemes, if I might say so. The other main story that caught my attention was the comments by actress Kangana Ranaut, who's about 40 years old, and she did a movie called Emergency. and was quite a up and coming, well known actress. But every time she comes out with comments that are strange to say the least, and she's an MP from the BJP party. And when the student protests started, she complained that the students were arm twisting the government, which was no such thing. The students were coming out after facing a lot of trouble with the NEET exams, which are exams for medical entrance. And instead of having sympathy, you had a person having the opposite effect. And and now she's come out with some other comments that the Cockroach Party girls are apparently the gutter generation because they're talking very loudly or making ugly reels and this and that. And they're not fit to be homemakers, stuff like that. Very outlandish stuff that you would not expect from a seasoned politician or an actor who has gone through the hard knock games. You can't expect 20-year-old women or 25-year-old girls to think like a 40-year-old woman. Even I know that. Even an old freak like me would know that. So, of course, her comments are totally out of whack, and I think they will generate quite a political storm. That is what I feel. But what do I know? So, if you're living in your ivory tower and you think India is a land full of sophisticated people, maybe you're talking about yourself. Who knows? For me, India is basically a land of poor, hardworking people who work very hard for the little money they make. That is basically the India I know. The 1%, of course, are the Ambanis, Andanis, etc., who are rolling away in the stratospheric life of the super rich. That is not the life of an ordinary Indian, and definitely not the life of a sophisticated Bollywood actor. And that is the way things go. Anyway, we will talk to you later and subscribe by the billion.